Hey, what's going on YouTube? So this video is going to be about all the different ways to obtain the celestial evos and the best chance to obtain the most possible. So starting off, probably the easiest one uh, to grasp or get to would be crafting. So it's actually pretty tough to craft them in the first place because it takes so many um, of the Monarch Evo types, and those are already pretty tough to come by, in all honesty. So crafting is usually kind of like the last resort. Actually, that's a lie. It's probably like the second to last resort. I would say the last resort would be moving on to the second way to obtain it. So the ultimate last resort or wanting to speed things along, so going into whatever hero you're trying to ascend, would be just to purchase the evos for gems. I've certainly done this before myself, especially if I'm just one away. Sometimes you just want to go for it and you want to build your team already. So obviously you have the two buttons here, so the combine evos get you back to the crafting table that I was earlier. So those are kind of the, I don't know, I'd like to call them, they're both kind of last resorts as far as obtaining them. So moving on, we'll go to kind of working backwards. We'll go to like the third last resort, I suppose, which would be the Tower of Pawnage. So I don't know, a lot of people may not know this, but Tower Pawnage gives you a certain currency and you can purchase things within the shop. So as you can see here, there is a section for Celestial Evos, varying from their rarity. I think you got like the most rare, you're only limited to one, and it costs 10,000. Um, and then you got the limit of 2 for the not as rare ones for 7,000. So I think I've run the Tower of Pawnage probably like maybe 10 or 12 times now, and that's what this buildup is. So they clean you out pretty good, make it pretty balanced as far as making it still challenging to get, but this is also a good way to kind of chip away at that number of celestial evos. So keep that in mind. And then last but not least, and probably the best method, is the good old fashioned grind it out. So going over to, go back to my hero again. Let's go Miko. Just clicking within here. I usually choose the lowest dungeon. The reasoning because the lower you go is the higher the level, which means there's probably more rooms to go through, which is a higher chance that the Celestial Evo will appear. So that's kind of the best grinding method, in my opinion, is pick it, go to the lowest one, and then just go for it. This also works well with, I've mentioned in previous videos, like your daily quests or uh, your guild events, weekly events. If it lines up with the event quest that you need done, if you need like 20 forest dungeons, then go to the hero that you're working on, find the celestial um, island or dungeon, whatever that it's at, to obtain it, and just run a whole bunch of those to get, a chance at getting the Evo, but also completing the quest. Um, so those are kind of the best ways. And then just to add on top of that, since it's pretty much the same thing, but the best chance at getting the most would be, I think it's the day after reset, which would be the day after the event. The events usually end um, that following day. The event, and I could be wrong, it might be the day after that, but the event in the event tab here, go to that, there will be a 3 times chance of Celestial Evos appearing. So that would be prime time to go for it. It is unfortunately the day after the event, so if you've been grinding your energy to the dirt, trying to get as much currency as possible, and you don't have any left, that's understandable. I'm definitely there. I kind of weigh out my options between the event that's going on, or if I want to miss out on some things. It's just you just kind of gotta weigh your options, base it on off of what you want in that moment. But that is probably the best way to obtain Celestial Evos, as far as a free method of doing so. Um, let's see. So, yeah, overall, so there was crafting, adventures. Oh, I didn't go over adventures. Adventures also gives you a chance at it. To be honest, I would say, um, I mean, overall, so this one, for example, offers one, but it is the critical reward. But if I actually go into this and I fill it out honestly, let's see if I can even fill all these categories out. Just needs a legendary and then a light hero. So even I mean, none of these are my main heroes, I suppose, but I only have a 26% chance of obtaining this. So I guess it is a chance, but overall, I don't quite see the benefit of going for Celestial Evos in adventures, but it is a possibility, so I thought I'd point it out. But in conclusion, I would say the best way of doing it is just good old-fashioned grinding it out. They did a good job of making it so you either have to pay to win. Um, I guess if you have enough gems, just naturally through the free method, then go for it if you want to purchase through that. But they did a good job of kind of limiting um, the ability to farm Celestial Evos in an easy fashion, which is great because that's what this game's about, is grinding. So just good old-fashioned grinding it out, and then hitting the ×3 event as hard as you can. That's honestly the best way of doing it without spending money or a large amount of gems on it. But if you want to go towards the other methods, by all means, but in my opinion, that would be the best way to get it. So if you have any questions, leave a comment. If you have any suggestions for other videos, I know I made a future video, the event video, because of a suggestion in the comments. So just let me know what you want to learn about, and I'll throw up a video on that. Or if I don't know about it, I'll do some research on it and then figure it out for myself and post a video about it. So leave a comment if you have questions or video suggestions. Subscribe if you want to follow my content, and give this video a like if you appreciated it. I will see you guys in the next one.